I think it's actually been a couple of months since I've actually done one of these. We're back again with a tier list, and oh boy, you're probably not going to like this tier list because, to be honest, this format is going to be awful, and you'll soon see why. So here we got what I would consider probably the 20 best decks. So there might be some that could be missing, who knows, but I got the most important ones, or the most important one. As usual, we got the tier 1.52 Rogue. I don't know why it says Rogue. Rogue and everything else. Now, we also have a tier 0, which we'll get to that in a bit. So, first up, Marine Sus. To be honest, I'd still say it's Rogue caliber. Well, it might be kind of more down there, but the one unfortunate thing with this format, you basically got a best deck and everything else is trash. Dragon Link. This one is kind of hard to tell. Like, people are definitely trying it out. It's getting a little bit popular, but the results just aren't there. I'm going to put it in an optimistic tier 2. Can I think it really compete in this metagame? No. Well, some of the new, is it the either Koshitra or Bestial? No, it's Bestial. Bestial definitely does make this deck stronger. I just don't think it can really do quite enough in this current format. This is post Magnificent Mavens, by the way. Draco Slayers, which actually have been getting a couple tops here and there, surprisingly. Granted, I don't really know enough about Draco Slayers. By not enough, I mean absolutely nothing at all. I know the Luster Pendulum and the Synchro. That's it. But I did actually face off against it in a tournament, and it definitely did some impressive things. So I'm actually going to put it in... This is really hard. Do I think it's better than Dragon Link? Yes, I do. Despia. This one's a little bit tough. Like, this one has a top here or there, whether it be like a pure branded or like a branded tier element. Put it in a tier 2. I think it's kind of the same relevant as Dragon Link. It's not really at the forefront of the metagame anymore. Like, sure, it gets a top here or there. It's definitely something you're going to have to pay attention because it will be there, but I don't know. It's just not really feeling it. Dynamorphia. I wish I could put it higher, but unfortunately, going into the time, it's not too favorable, and there are lots of outs to it. Tier elements. Congratulations, Konami. You created another tier 0 format. Round of applause. We broke the game. I guess Konami's like, you know what? Sprite was tier 0 in the OCG. We should have an OCG format too, right? Everybody wants that, right? You know, tier element, tier 0. Let's go. This is why a lot of people are quitting the game. Tier was already the best deck of the format, and now it's got the newest Shizu cards. There's actually a tournament that happened that was post Magnificent Mavens, and you want to know what happened? Oh yeah, tier elements was tier 0. It took up like 60 to 70% of the top cuts. Yeah, that seems fun and balanced. Doesn't that just seem fun and balanced? Yeah, this is not going to be a good format. Flandries. Tier 1, actually. Flandries has been hanging in there at a very competitive level. I'd say it's easily like the 3rd best deck of the format. And I've actually been playing it like... My locals, they did like a 3v3, and I actually played Flandries in that event, and the weeks leading up to it. And Flandries, well, I wasn't able to top with it, mostly because that's just me. It was definitely doing a lot. Definitely struggled against tier, though. Uh, Guru got top, but it's staying there. Same with Plunder. Even if it gets another top, it's not going to be higher than that. I don't see it as a competitive deck. Sky Strikers. This one, it's kind of hard to tell because with the new support, the stuff can definitely evolve into something much more powerful. So I'm going to put it in the tier two. I'm going to put it optimistically in the tier 1.5. I can definitely see it being more like tier 2 rogue, but I think it does have a realistic shot in this format, considering it's a deck where you can actually just run through copies of Fusion Destiny. Dinos. No. Next, Exosister. This one's hard to tell. I'm actually going to put it in a tier 1.5. I've been seeing it here or there, so it's definitely got potential in this format, especially in with tier being tier 0. Honestly, decks that if tier becomes tier 0, which I fully expect it to be, I can definitely see Exorcister moving up into tier 1 just as a deck that can pretty much hard counter tier elements. Heroes. Rogue at best. That's all I can give it. Live Twins. Now, I'm more or less referring to Live Twin in its purest form. Live Twin Sprite would probably be tier 1.5, but like there's probably like 10 different tier element decks. I'm just including it under tier element as a whole and basically going what the best version of that build is, and that would go under the sprites. I put this in a rogue. Drytron, I don't think it's really got a good shot. Mayakashi, this is actually getting some new support and Mavens as well. And that trap looks really good. And to be honest, I was really excited just for that. I'm just like, you know what, I'm going to be playing Mayakashi. But after seeing this problem, it really doesn't matter. There's no deck that can stand up to it, realistically. Maybe Sprite. I want to put that in Rogue. Witchcrafter. New support's nice, but that deck's still just unimpressive. Sword Soul's having a slight resurgence, albeit a very small one, so I'm going to put it in the tier 2 for now. Mathmech. Mathmech is still getting a top here or there, but it's kind of quieted down, so I'm just going to put it in the... Honestly, I'm going to put it in the Rogue section. Because I feel like between Mathmech, Marine Says, Heroes, they're all like on the same level, more or less. Punks. Yeah, the ban list just murdered this deck. Sprites. I'm actually going to put that in the tier 1. These are essentially, in my opinion, the top 3 decks. Tier at the very top, and then tier 1 we got Flunderies and Sprites. Now this obviously includes Runic Sprite and Sprite Live Twin. Although I think Runic Sprite is becoming the more favorable way to go. Although I've seen people combine Sprites and tier elements, because, of course. Next is Labyrinth. Now, I think this deck does have potential, and this deck, I actually played it a little bit, and it's a lot of fun. Like, I had a lot of fun with this deck. Although, like other trap decks, going second is not quite as good, so I'm going to put it in the Rogue kind of category for now. Definitely has tier 2 potential, but for right now, until like it actually has some results under it, I can realistically only give it a Rogue slot. Scareclaw actually got some tops, but to be honest, I don't really see that continuing. And that's my tier list. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. That looks horrible. But realistically, that's the battle game we're going to have to deal with. That's why I'm like, during the 3v3, it was just like 2 weeks ago I was recording of this video. I'm like, after this tournament, I'm probably done with competitive Yu-Gi-Oh. Because to be honest, at least until they fix this problem, because the power creeping has gone to a point where just stop it. Stop it.
Stop it. Get some help.
So let me know what you think of this tier list. Do you agree with my picks? Do you disagree? But knowing how the comments typically are on these videos, you're going to heavily disagree with this. But yeah, this is opinion based, more or less, and based on my observations. So I will see you in the next video I make.